It's fine. This is the sandbag. You have to persevere. These situations come up.
I mean, I feel great. Actually winning Dota for a change now. Spirit is lifted.
The energy of the cast is.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean
at least the game
50-50?
is.
You're never 50-50.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you never have any energy. What are you talking about?
What?
He
50.
is absolutely monstrous. Had a great Shadow Fiend game, had a great Puck game, and essentially put his whole team on his back. Newbee, overall, I think they're a team that plays extremely well. I think not only do they have great individual talents, they also have very good draft and synergy. So I'm expecting Newbee to take it, but upsets in DPL happen quite frequently.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Newbie kind of fell short at the major. I'm wondering if they, revitalized, took some time off, and then new patch. See what they got for us for the new patch.
I wasn't able to watch them play in China Top, so whatever strategy they were doing there, I do not have, any info. But no Pit Lord, no Arc Warden.
I'm telling you, no one likes it,
Yeah.
or no one knows how to play it.
So I gotta ask you something kind of opposite, or not related. It's just draft. In the last couple of days, we've been seeing a lot of Helm and Dominator, and we've been making extensive comparison, to drums, and we saw people using it as split push. We saw Ogre just getting it and bloodlusting the creep that he got, and it was super funny. That's great and all. That's a new item. What about Rod of Atos? Ever since the patch, everyone says it's like, oh, that's a new item to buy now, and the root mechanics is really good, but I don't see anybody getting it.
We saw it a couple of times. It's like very hero specific, I guess. The root is definitely nice, but I mean the item buildup is just very hero dependent. There aren't that many heroes that would really want the stats.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
for later on even.
I think the other thing about it is that even if you have a hero that wants a stat, you still need the item to actually counter something else on the other side, right? So for example,
I mean, it's a damn good catch though.
Yeah. I see Silencer, for example, support silencers, or OD cores. I think the stats on those heroes would be great, but even then, they don't get Rod of Atos unless it's you need the you need the root for something.
Well, I mean, even then, it's still kind of not that reliable because they changed it, right? It's a root, but it's a projectile now.
Yeah.
So you can actually still kind of dodge it.
So all the things that you could root now are dodgeable by the things that you could. Yeah. By the stuff that you want to root. So maybe they need to change it back to just insta pop, or is that just too strong?
I think that might be a little too strong then, because of how much the root actually disables it.
I'm gonna say 2.5. Not sure.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it disables a lot of stuff now.
Okay.
Right, you can't cast anything when you're rooted. Mobility-wise, you can't cast anything, right? So to have it instant, it's going to kill off a lot of heroes.
I mean,
there's a lot of heroes you would always get it against.
I mean, I think, Slark, Storm, Ember Spirit, these heroes deserve a nerf. So.
Well, I mean, Slark is not going to worry about it, right? You just Dark Pact it. It's fine.
Sure, fair enough.
If you're playing a Puck, right, then there's almost no reason why you wouldn't get Rod of Atos against Puck, right? Because how often do you see Pucks get BKB, for example?
And then
yeah, I mean, that's true, but instant root, and you can't shift. That's...
Oh,
it's pretty bad.
You know, the one thing that I think root should do is you shouldn't be able to force staff under root. But
okay, I think that would be a little bit too powerful.
You really? Okay.
I think that would be way too powerful, yeah.
All right, anyways, let's get back to the draft here. We're in the second phase of the bans, but we do have an Underlord being picked up, as well as a Rubik on the Radiant side. So I wonder if it's, the news has been passed around that you could do Ancient pulls on the Radiant side. And whether
I think it's like Rubik when they're up against Kings, usually. I mean, it's so easy to still Burrow Strike, right? And it's such a powerful tool for a Rubik to have, and then you just... blink in, lift someone, Burrow Strike them, you keep someone in place forever.
Yeah, we also seen Rubik stealing Firestorm a lot against Underlord, and
And Pit of Malice, like the whole kit is good.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like Underlord's built as a pushing core a lot of times, and getting Firestorm to slow down the push is really nice. Obviously, Rubik could also farm a lot on the Firestorm, so we're gonna see the SCOD, one of his kind of Call to Fames, especially in pub games. Very, very good on the hero. We were talking about Rod of Atos. Probably not gonna get it, at least very early in this game, but will be great against Sand King.
It's I don't even know how the interaction works if you can disjoint it with the Sandstorm. I'm pretty sure you could, right?
I mean, you could cast a Sandstorm, but they can still see you. It's like just imagine Frostbite, right, on Sand King. He's just like
No. I mean like if he Rod of Atos you and then you see the projectile coming, can't you just dodge it?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it's all that great against Sand King, and you can definitely still Burrow Strike when you're rooted. So I don't think it's like.
Wait, I thought you can't. I thought that was the whole root mechanic change.
Like you can't even Burrow Strike, seriously?
I thought that was the whole point. Let me check my stuff before I.
See, this is why Rod of Atos needs to be tested first.
I mean, no, it's just root mechanic. Root. Let's see.
I mean,
All right, root
if
mechanic
you're rooted, then...
now disables the following spells. Wait, did my stream just crash? I just heard a ping.
No. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. It's on delay.
Okay. Disables Burrow Strike, Waveform, Blink Strike, Phantom Strike, Reality Rift, Pounce, Skewer, Ball Lightning, Timber Chain, Rolling Boulder, Icarus Dive, Leap, Poof, and Time Walk.
Oh, okay, I see the list. Okay. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I still don't think it's like, incredible against Sand King, but I mean, that's definitely pretty damn useful.
All right, so we saw Vici do a lot of this yesterday with the whole Underlord Luna stuff. You get a bunch of aura heal items, the mech, pipe, and then Luna gets, I guess a Manta, Mask of Madness was the build, and you just like ran towers down. But Newbee has a team fight to actually take this, right?
Hmm.
Vacuum
I mean,
Crush.
you have the OD for killing off illusions too, so yeah. I mean, Newbee have the kind of lineup that can just like, as long as they get the initiation off, like the fight's pretty much over if they catch out like 2 people.
Well, I think it's dependent on Luna's BKB timing, which honestly these days you don't get it till fairly late, like 25-30 minutes in the game. And by that time, Newbee could have won, multiple team fights. My big concern is actually how is Newbee going to do on the lanes, because I don't see Darkseer having a good time at all top. And there's not much I think Newbee could do to change it, right? Even if you put like Slaughter and Darkseer top, I think Luna plus Witch Doctor, especially with that aura damage, they're gonna be able to harass so well.
Yeah, Luna just destroys Darkseer, honestly. But I mean, I can almost immediately assume that Darkseer's just gonna jungle.
Okay, and then you put the Slaughter top to just sap experience.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
You might not even need to. I mean, Slaughter can just buy boots and run around and crush people. I mean, you can set up stuff, bother lanes, pressure the lanes.
Okay. So we need a mid hero here against OD. I mean, Dragonite is being banned out, but honestly, did you even want to pick Dragonite into OD? The laning won't be great. I guess the pushing will be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have Underlord, you have Luna. I mean, you don't really want to risk them having another hero that can just stand in the front lines and hit your towers.
Yeah. Has people forgotten about Death Prophet? Like, wouldn't Death Prophet be better in this situation over the DK because you could lane versus the OD slightly better?
I don't really like DP in drafts where there's like a hero like Slardar.
Okay.
Because, well, basically what happens, in my opinion, is that DP becomes such a high priority target that you just aim for DP and then you kill her off, and then the rest of the fight just becomes that much easier because, like, she needs the exorcism.
Sure.
But with a hero like Slardar and OD, it probably only takes you like 3 hits and you're just dead.
And I think the problem with DP is that she constantly has to put herself in a fairly precarious position in order for her exorcism to be effective, right? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You get the great push, but at the same time, it's a very vulnerable push. But IGV is going to finish your draft with Tinker as their last pick. How do you think I guess March, not essentially a pushing spell, but a very good way to prevent the enemy team from coming in to defend the tower.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the defensive measures for when you're actually sieging.
Yep.
Like you hit the towers and they decide to fight you. You have to find a march. So
I'm not sure.
Overall, I think it's okay.
I'm not sure how I feel about the whole like slaughter support and sanking support. I feel like these heroes are fairly greedy. I'm all okay where like strength force going to the support role, but these two in particular really need the blink dagger to shine. More so with the slaughter than the sanking, but they both need the blink timing to be good.
I mean, I think in this new patch, like you can easily get your blink like early, like really early. I mean, I watched a game where I think it was Alliance versus Elements. EGM finished his blink dagger at level 5. Like he just went brown boots and he had blink dagger, level 5.
All right, he's probably having a great game then,
It was like 1 kill participation. He just got it by running around, doing stuff, pulling, taking bounty runes here and there, and he just had it.
Okay.
So there's just more gold all over the map.
Fair enough. This is actually my first time seeing Darkseer in this new patch. Do you think he is better or worse in this new patch?
Oh, he's like top tier so far. Everyone's picking him.
Why is that?
I mean, he's just such a good fighter, right? Everyone's fighting. Why not take Darkseer? Because Vacuum is like one of the best team fight spells, right?
Yeah.
And he's one of those heroes that Vacuum Wall is incredibly powerful. Pound Shell does a lot of damage, and he buys all the team fight items. So
yeah, I think
that's
that's
one of the best offlane heroes in this patch so far.
I think that's the key thing, right? He buys the early mech, he buys the Greaves, he has a good laning to make sure he get it. Like for example, other offlaners that do buy the mech, Tidehunter, might not have a good lane. Whereas KP here, you see that the draft is actually pretty pit against him, but he could Iron Talon jungle quite easily, in fact. The new jungle, though, for KP, he needs to make sure that he is able to stack, essentially, 2 camps in the 30-second mark, given the fact that they will not spawn at the 2-minute mark. So, we'll see if he is able to do that. But by the looks of it, he's already cutting down some trees to make sure that he does get it. In July?
Is July in trouble?
Yeah, he should be dead to the Crush, right? Crush coming off cooldown. Okay, they're going to go for dogfights. So this is
he's still in the right direction.
A support Underlord.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's fine, right? You provide the aura, your Sand King farms, he's going to get his Blink Dagger, and I mean, as Underlord, right, with a couple of levels in Firestorm, you're going to get some kind of farm later on, and you don't exactly need much.
My problem with that is that I feel like he does actually need at least a mech to be effective, and he's one of those heroes that if you don't get the mech early and you try to tank, you're going to be in a bad time. We'll see exactly how Delphites actually play at this game.
Well, Tinker versus OD, pretty whatever. I'm surprised that KP hasn't went to bottom lane. I mean, it's just him. I mean, he definitely knows that it's a tri-lane up here.
Well, Super just ported top like 10 seconds ago. I imagine once KP finishes his camp, he will port top. Looks like he's using the new terrain actually fairly nicely. Just walking up and down, using Zion Shell, kiting, doing quite a bit of damage. Me'Bbe he'll base first or shrine up with the Tinker mid, and then, or sorry, with the OD
I think you
mid.
just shrine. I think you just shrine. I don't even think you wait for the OD. I mean, the OD doesn't even need it.
Okay. But he's gonna pick up that TP and go bottom.
Shrine's so nice. Yep, and he's higher level than Paparazzi, so this is really good.
Yeah. Nice about this.
Lane, Rubik.
One more right click.
One more hit.
Yep. Well, the bugs are out, and no, the Pit of Malice gonna get both these heroes, but In July might be in a little bit of trouble. Burrow Strike going now to the right side. In July still juking, but U9 coming in. Crush gonna hit on 2, and I feel like if I think U9 turned to the Witch Doctor in particular, maybe to get the kill, they will have Sakuchi for one more chase. He's gonna they will get the 1 kill. Surprised that U9 did not go forward to actually force the 2nd kill, but I guess his HP was still pretty high for that.
In July stole the root.
Nice. They're gonna make him pay, but no. He runs away a bit too fast.
Oh, Sakata solo shrine. I mean, I kind of expect this matchup to be a little bit OD favored, but overall it's pretty even.
Really? I thought this was Tinker favor, right? Because OD's gonna have trouble having last hits. You just keep lasering him.
I mean, you laser, right? But you just wait for your Astral, and you just farm with the Astral instead.
I guess so. I mean, this used to be the OD counter, at least in the laning stage. Him and Sniper was the go-to heroes.
I mean, yeah. That was because of the old build, though. Everyone went for that farming build, right? Where they didn't even go for Astral. They just go for Arcane Orb and the passive.
Mm-hmm.
This was like when Arteezy was playing it all the time. But then all of a sudden, the Astral was the new build.
I think the Astral build is actually just better. I mean, you just farm so fast.
I mean, there's so much more utility. See, this is why, you know, the matchup's actually pretty good for OD. Because you just... well, he used it a little bit too offensively. Supposed to farm with it. But...
Basically, they're just nuking the hell out of each other. Is what we're seeing in the mid lane. Top lane, though, looks like Crush has flied off. In July gets lifted up. The Pit of Malice, though, hits all three. Casket bouncing left and right here. And Unai going forward. I think the Bug should be able to get the kill. But no, he gets off the Burrow Strike. They're going to try to right-click him down. That's one kill. Kaka's going to get off the stun for the second kill. Dogfights pops a Magic Stick, turns it on Kaka. Dogfights will likely go down, but he's done a lot of damage. So far, they're going to go for Super first and then go back for Dogfights. Faith getting a double. And Unai winning the
Very
lane.
nice timing on his bottle delivery.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it really did too much, but allowed him to just make absolutely sure that nothing bad will go or happen to him.
Yeah, so now safe lane Weaver with the bottle. I guess when you have a rune right next to your lane, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, bottle is definitely like really, really viable in almost every lane now.
Yeah.
And as a support, because of how many runes you can take are on the map.
I would say any hero it's viable. We saw some offlaners pick it up yesterday. A Clockwork and a Slaughter, I want to say, in the offlane. But yeah, it's decent.
Oh, Faith taking too much ancient damage. Is that the stack timing for ancients? Wow, they followed you very far. Okay,
Yep.
he definitely back to the good old 53 timer.
I mean, it's either 53 or 55, right? He's
I think either of them works for like the first stack. Should be fine.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, top lane? Are they going for this? There's no way.
Yeah.
They're just zoning him out because they want to take this tower.
Not much a Weaver could do about it. He really needs like all his supports to be here to make it happen. He is playing super defensive.
Yeah, rightfully so. You don't want to get caught out here.
Bottom lane, Kaka sprinted up. He's got the Iron Shell on him as well. The Crush is going to come through the... Ooh, and they see the TP. So immediately they back off. So pretty decent still for Newbee, forcing out 2 TPs.
Yeah, and then now they're going on top because they know the rotations went to bottom.
Super
dead.
Oh my god, look at this damage. He just has like Magic Stick and Blightstone.
That's the power of Blightstone and the Swarm. It's just all that minus armor. Like, most heroes don't even have 5. And these two... The item and the spell alone is going to take them into the negatives. Like, you're going to take so much right-click damage at this stage.
Yeah, I'm really liking Weaver in this patch as well as a core that could fight very, very actively. And I guess as a support as well, right? We saw yesterday FY playing it and did amazingly, at least in the early game.
10-0 into
loose.
a loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Okay. Mid lane. We got a pretty quiet game, which is not something we see too often, but as these games go, we will know the fights will pick up pretty fast, pretty soon.
I think the action is just kind of slow right now. It's because of the tri-lane versus tri-lane, so no one's really making any rotations. Oh, they're smoked up bottom. I think they're going to pick up Luna here.
Surge into a lift, into a toss to Kaka, easy stun, and there's no way Paparazzi will survive through this. They even dropped the wall for the slow, but the Burrow Strike right on time, and Paparazzi will survive. In July, taking a ton of damage. Looks like they're going to get a Witch Doctor kill, perhaps. No, they don't even get him. Wow. What a quick reaction by In July to make that TP and saving his carry.
Yeah, very well played. And I'm really surprised. That was like really disciplined by Newbee. They don't even attempt to try to pick anyone off. They just call it off and back up.
Yeah.
Even though they know the entire other team has like nothing. Oh, they look
at the shrine, man.
They smoke into a shrine and then they can make a rotation. Yeah, this is really, really good play.
Well, they're gonna get Burrow Strike on SC. Can he actually get the Self Astro is the question. No! A little bit of slow reaction. Paparazzi pops the Eclipse. Perhaps a bit overkill, but I think against Astro you want to make sure that you get the quick kill and transition into a tower push, which is exactly what
you definitely don't want to give them. You don't want to give your opponents any time to react.
Right.
And without the OD, this is pretty much a free tower, so it's a very much worthwhile Eclipse use.
I gotta say, yesterday we've been seeing a lot of sloppy game in the DPL, but today, man, it's at least so far it's top-notch Dota.
I mean, this Newbee, even the little things like the coordination. Remember yesterday they did like Centaur Rubik. I forgot which team it was, and they couldn't even. They kind of missed a few of the lift stomp combos.
Right.
But none of that here.
Well, I think IGV
throws
is
him straight onto him.
IGV is also playing really well, right? That rotation just now is great. The defensive play from in July was great. So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, that rotation was very, very well done. Like, we can see the whole map, and I didn't even expect it.
All right. U9 in behind the enemy in lines here. Here comes Faith. Ooh, looks like Dogfights might be in a little bit of trouble if Rubik could get the lift range. Yes! Just on the last second of that TP, Dogfights knows he's dead, so trying his best to create some space. Or was he buying stuff? It's like...
He even has to lose his last range draw.
Feels bad. That's when you move it to your backpack, man.
Oh, you're right, huh?
Yeah.
That would be so next level.
That would be the play. I mean, you used to have to drop it on the ground, but obviously you will lose the item. But now you got the backpack. I mean, that's the play. When you see Tinker rockets coming at you from a mile away, you drop that range drops, man. You don't want to lose that.
Dragonlance is up on Luna. I mean, Luna is pretty damn strong right now.
Yeah,
and
so...
they're not really pressuring her at all.
I wonder.
I mean, they tried, right? But then the... Yeah, go ahead.
I wonder if she's going to go for the Mask of Madness spell that we keep seeing.
Doesn't seem like it. He has the Yasha queued up already.
Okay. I guess if you go MOM, you'll go it now, right? And not...
He takes 4 armor.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I guess you're up against Slaughter and Weaver, so it's nice.
I think slight armor is definitely the right choice here.
Yeah.
Alright. Attempt number 2 on Luna's life. Paparazzi's too good for this. He knows what's up.
Yep. They scan him, he TP's out, the scan finds nobody, so they should be aware the TP out has been completed. I think this was attempt number 3. The first time was Slaughter and Darkseer.
Oh, and Darkseer. Yeah, right, you're right.
And they saw 2 TPs, so... I mean, all of these ganks did not get the Luna kill, but it's, you know, pressuring him slightly. Just that you expect these kills to happen.
I mean, this is just really well played by Paparazzi, though. Like, you know, he avoids dying 3 times.
Yeah.
And he doesn't waste any time in grouping up with his team to just take objectives. So they might like be able to do some damage to this tier 2 because they have to assume that a lot of people TP'd bottom for that rotation. And they're just having Newbee run around in circles at this rate.
Well, I mean, it's not like Newbee's getting no objective out of it. They just took the tier 1 bottom. So even though the gank did not work, they're still getting something. Whereas, I would say conversely, Paparazzi right now isn't doing much. He's not farming the enemy neutrals. He's not pushing the towers.
I thought they were going to smoke, but no one has one.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Alright, we're going to see an engagement here. Attempt number 4 on Paparazzi's life.
Nah, he's with his team. I don't think this kill's gonna happen. By the way,
they're trying to bait them.
One thing I really appreciate in this new UI is when you check the scoreboard, you see all your teammates' items in this little game. But obviously, here you can see everyone's items. So it's a good quick way to get a good idea.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, especially
I almost never use it.
Especially like checking on your teammates' items. None of that double mech mistakes, you know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure when you play on a team, you don't need to check the scoreboard to know who's building mech.
Well, no, when you're playing solo, you definitely need to check.
You definitely have to. Yeah.
I had 3 people trying to start mech today. I'm like, guys, let's agree on who's getting the mech or not getting the mech.
Oh, and the airplane is in use. Oh, the shrine.
Meanwhile,
in July, gonna get picked off here. Are they gonna find anyone though? Oh, they had a ward here though.
did they actually just airplane to a shrine?
Yeah, they airplane to the shrine.
Okay. The place.
But the ward was already there. They knew exactly where the airplane landed.
Yeah. Very, very kind of farm-intensive game. Kaka's working on his blink. He's more than halfway there. Let's actually check out how our Sanking's doing. Sanking's very, very close. If he didn't die there, he would have had it by now.
Yeah, they were probably trying to give him the space he needed to finish that. Oh, and we have a Roshan attempt here. This is actually really good map movement. I think the reason why there's so little action in this game is simply because both teams are just really good at moving around the map.
Yep. Dodging ganks.
Are we seeing it? The refinement of 7.0 has finally come.
I mean, I think we're just seeing better teams play, right? At the moment.
I mean, I've seen a lot of good teams play recently, and all of them just been fighting nonstop.
Okay, well, maybe this is it, right? So far, it's a very low kill count. Normally, you get like 2 kills per minute. Right now, we're under 1. And IGV will now group up and push. The mech is not even close to being done yet. Oh. Rubik gets a little bit too close, gets completely changed on, does steal the Pit of Malice, but... Okay, roots hero twice. That's nice. And look how obnoxious this March push is.
They have to time it perfectly. They have to wait for the right opportunity, but I don't think that's going to come.
Who's stay? Newbee?
Yeah. I mean, you definitely... If you want to go on them, you wait for the Tinker to just use all of his mana. And then wait for him to go back if you're going to try to take that kind of fight.
I don't think they will take any kind of fight under the tower like that unless Slaughter has Blink. I think they're just waiting for that initiation to come through and then they're going to start things off.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Yeah. And also I think this particular lineup for Newbee gets a lot more mileage defending the tier 2s. Oh, hold that thought. Bottom lane in July. Blink Burrow Strike on KP. The Eclipse getting actually channeled here. Eclipse got stolen.
Oh.
They got the kill though.
That's a level 2 Eclipse as well.
Yeah. Now I think Eclipse is a lot worse on the Rubik because the way that IGV is doing pushes, they always have a big creep wave. Oh, well he's dead
he's
again.
gonna lose it.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
And now they're all TPing into a March. Oh, Kaka? No, he's fine. The March ran up.
He's very close to that blink. I think he needs to just ignore this tower and go keep on farming. Actually, I just had a thought now. If you're laning, let's say in the off lane or mid, and you're forced to walk all the way back to base for whatever reason, you should just not fountain, right? You should just use a shrine like at your tier 3s and just walk back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of players have been doing that.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's mid or junglers or supports. I mean, they've been doing that. The only time they go back is if they're ready to TP back out or something like that, and they need to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, Kaka's 100 gold away.
He's going to get it from the top. And then we're really going to see this game start to be played. Because so far, it's just IG doing stuff.
Top lane?
Airplane mode out. The damage output is there, and they blow him up. That means Sakata's actually stranded as a result. Nice double kill here by Newbee. And that is going to give Kaka Blink. Imagine smoke's going to be coming out, and here comes
bottom lane, U9. Oh, that was so close.
Time lapse goes off, but the bouncing is still doing a lot of work. Maybe they can go for another Blink Burrow. No, he's short mana.
No, he's got 1500. He's got 700 life still, and I mean he's still got an Aegis as well.
Right, I totally forgot about the whole Aegis thing that they got. All right, here comes the Team Shrine, immediately smoked up, and here comes Newbee.
Well, U9 going back in. He wants to use this Aegis.
Oh, he's going to use it with that Maledict. Meanwhile, simultaneously, Luna gets picked up here at the Ancients. He goes down. SC is at a killing spree. And looks like the Aegis has been triggered on the bottom side. It's about to time out anyway, so I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm sure he understood that it was about to run out. Just tried to do as much damage as he could, force the supports back so he could push the lanes even further.
Alright, Shrine usage. Gonna put IGV back to decent health. Eyes on Kaka. It's his ganks to make, especially with the smoke.
You know, IGV have been making like really good together over the map, and then the moment they lost Pitlord and Tinker up top, it seems like they haven't been able to like recompose themselves.
Tinker and Pitlord are their best kind of split pushing heroes, right? So having them off the map for like a good 30 seconds essentially gave them no map pressure, at least not on the lanes.
Yep. I mean, if you lose both of them, there's absolutely nothing you can do.
Right. Okay. Luna, I imagine going for a BKB. Yep, she's got it channeled up or queued up. She is expecting a gank coming, which she's correct about it, but it's also bait. 3 heroes on the IG side standing behind Paparazzi. The patience. Ooh,
You know, all these little things add up. Like I think a lot of people always like overlook these little moves, but you know, when you farm as a carry like that and you're trying to bait people, you always clear out the wave and you move back. You never move forward.
You make it seem like there's no one behind you. Injuli's gonna go forward with the Blinker Burrow Strike. Eclipse is gonna fly down. Kaka though, 2-man stun. Where's the follow-up? There isn't. Rubik dies immediately, but the carnage of that Firestorm and a Pit of Malice. Newbee is taking way too much. They're winning a team fight regardless. IGV trying to airplane Mo out. They're gonna prevent Super to join back in. No, it's gonna be enough. The airplane has been chartered. Has taken off successfully. And the team fight is gonna be a 2-for-2. Sanking and Luna. For a trade of OD and Rubik. I gotta say that's definitely a Newbee victory.
I'm just looking at the recap.
Yeah.
According to the recap, I mean, gold and EXP wise is a little bit in favor of Radiant. I honestly though, I think it's about even. I mean, you lost the Luna and you lost the OD.
Yeah. I guess respectively, they're both the core carry heroes.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's like kind of whatever. It's not. It's pretty even from both sides. Everyone used pretty much everything. There's still an epicenter, but he's gonna have to use it soon-ish. Otherwise, you might as well save it and wait for your Luna to get Eclipse back.
Did you see if KP got his combination disrupted? Because I didn't see the vac wall combo. Maybe he got hit by a Pit of Malice, or
Almost. I think a lot of people got hit by Pit of Malice,
okay.
but I'm actually not too sure. I'm almost certain he did use it though. I mean, it's on a cooldown right now, right? So there's no way he didn't use it.
I just didn't see it like combined together very well. So, well,
both sides just threw out a ton of disables. So I'm pretty sure everyone had issues casting anything because there's like a Pit of Malice and then Burrow Strike and a cast flying everywhere.
So the big difference between this fight and the next fight that KP and Newbee is gonna take is that he's got the pipe finish. So that's gonna cut into a lot of that sanking as well as Luna damage, so I'm expecting them to get the upper hand.
Pretty much all the damage. It's just not the physical from the ward and glaives, but everything else is magic damage.
Yep. And Weaver at this point is already seeming very scary. He just hit 15. Let's see what talent he's going to take. 7 all stats. It's going to get a little tankier. Seems good. Man, 1800 HP almost. 21 minutes in.
Yeah, I think I definitely prefer the stats. I mean, you want that mana pool as well. You only got 700 mana even after taking it.
No plus 30 Sakuchi damage? No, the 6 strength is, especially on a carry Weaver, is very important.
I think I would prefer the strength.
Yeah. Alright.
So this game's like fairly even. I think that Newbee are kind of... I don't know, this is actually a tough one to call. I think I would put Newbee's late game a little bit ahead of IG's.
I definitely think Newbee's favored. Not only are their late game better, in my opinion, their team fight is much, much better as well. I mean, yeah, you could Sankling, Burrow Strike, Eclipse, and all that stuff, and we might see it here. But here we go. He's going to jump. The first BKB comes out here from Paparazzi. Let's say Eclipse loose It looks like the Astro has already been used to actually save his ally. SCC is going to try to survive, but the Glaive is going to take him down. And now Paparazzi going on Kaka. The Rocket shrelling him, and IGV getting the initiation. More importantly, Paparazzi standing in the front, activating that BKB. And once that BKB was activated, there was actually just no response on the Newbee lineup.
Definitely helped that he had a haster. He was able to run down OD. Yep. Like there was nothing OD could do. Because OD went for the Rod of Atos build.
Alright.
Yeah. I saw that he had it queued up, but I wasn't sure if he was actually going to buy it first. I thought he would want to have Force Staff first, but he's getting that next.
Link Crush opening things up, but look at that pit! And as well as the Marcher Machines doing so much damage to the Newbee lineup, they're just fighting under the March. Focusing onto Paparazzi.
Oh,
they really want him dead. Okay, they do get him killed, but now they're going home. It's fine. Cutting their losses. Man.
That almost looks so good for IG because they pretty much had the cast bouncing between two people. KP could not combo at all because he kept getting chain stunned. And they had it on top of a Pit of Malice too, so not only were they getting stunned, they were just rooted in place as well. But U9 like just wrapped around, does so much damage right now, and you just took out the Witch Doctor in a couple shots.
Yeah.
And Luna follow afterwards. Not having that BKB up really hurt her.
Yeah, not having the Eclipse too. I think for IGV to win team fights, they need that big burst damage potential. Looks like Vacuum back as well into a Rod of Atos. No Burrow Strike. Well, he will Sandstorm. He will Burrow. He will finally die. Kaka now goes on high ground. They're fighting next to a Shrine. Shrine getting activated for IGV. And now the Pit, the Blinding Laser, bouncing left and right. U9 though attacking from low ground to high ground, not missing. SC's going to go down to the BKB of Paparazzi. It looks like IGV wins a big fight. I've not seen a team winning a fight on the opposing Shrine. It's just so hard to win a fight there.
It was, I mean, they even had the Shrine going off at the same time too, so definitely not an easy fight to take. I mean, and you're against a Pit Lord too. They got 4-man Pit of Malice.
Yep.
And they just had to spread out. And some of them decided to run away, some of them decided to just move upwards. That was definitely not the fight Newbee wanted to take.
And I think Moon9 also got blinded for a good duration of that fight by the laser bouncing left and right, so... IGV...
It's pretty funny. It was only a moment ago we were talking about how the teams are really composed. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, just fight after fight. Oh, Kaka gets caught out.
Fast reaction back wall though, that's going to be great. Sakata in the middle of everything. He's going to be going down. Dogfights, will he actually charter the plane out? He just got Greaves. He could activate it now to make it home super. No, they want to turn it around because Epicenter as well as Eclipse comes through. The beams firing off to Faith. And every time that we see this Eclipse, Paparazzi has made it work really well. I don't know how they actually have vision of him. But Dogfights... Man, this support Pit Lord has also been very impressive. Every time his Pit of Malice is just on point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I mentioned, you know, he's... Oh, rooted? Any follow-up? No, it's too far. I mean, like, you know, as a Pit Lord, you just get a couple of levels and you're going to catch up eventually because of the items.
Great vacuum stun, but no follow-up. But now KB pops a mech for himself. He needs to surge back out. They have Astro for him if necessary. SC comes around. The Glaives, though, already starting to do a ton of damage. Shrine gets activated by SC just to tank some of that Glaive damage. Another Blink Crush, but the Root finds him. And now Sakata, nice 2-man Burrow Strike, followed by In July. They get one. They will get the second one as well. There is no Blink on this OD, so no way out for him. And Paparazzi finds a double. Faith in a lot of trouble as well. He turns the laser blind around on Sakata. Drops the urn for good measure, but the Raxus has already gone down. IGV, in the span of less than 5 minutes, wins 2 team fights in a row, takes a mid-Rax, and they are happy going home. Man, I thought the Dire team has better team fight, but time and time again, this Eclipse...
It's not even... I think it's less to do with the Eclipse. I think the biggest thing... Oh, Faith dodges the stun.
He's got... Oh.
No, he's dead. I think the biggest thing... we're overlooking is the strength of this Tinker. This Tinker is doing so much damage in these team fights.
He's got the...
He is by far doing the most.
He's got the free 4% spell amp, which doesn't sound like a lot until you realize, oh, his rockets hits everyone. His lasers hits everyone. March makes it so hard for them to fight.
Yep, definitely. And it's like... It's interesting to see Tinker being played this way nowadays, right? Like, you always think of Tinker, we're going to take half end this game because he's gonna march when we go to high ground. But they're using it incredibly offensively. They just have him blink up, start dropping marches everyone, rocketing everyone. Like, it's so difficult for Newbee to find an opening.
IGV airplane to the shrine up top to go take Roche, but Dire, they know what's happening and they respond immediately. Kaka's well ahead of his team right now. Okay, they get. Here comes the Tinker. Kaka's in there again. Burrow Strike not gonna hit. Huge hammer being dropped by SC, but it's not gonna be enough. Where's this Weaver? He's in the middle. He focused on Paparazzi. They will get Paparazzi, and now looks like in July having a lot of trouble. He does get off his Epis, gonna go down as well. Faith steals the Burrow Strike in the middle of that team fight and making it count. Uh-oh. Tinker being super annoying, and for the first time in a long while, Newbee actually wins an engagement, and they will get Roche off of this.
Trying to figure out how they managed to win that team fight. Let's see. I think a lot of it is just to do with the fact that they were kind of like fighting in a really narrow area, IG, and like they were just all funneling themselves into an OD and a Weaver, just attacking like in an arc.
Yep.
So it was like a really bad position for the fight, and they kind of expended everything just on the Slardar, like your Burrow Strike and your Cask and their Pit of Malice. Like none of those were available.